Heard they talking, I'm leaving these niggas deceased. I don't talk, I just slaughter the beat. No, I'm popping them up and they call me a beast. I don't struggle, I do it with ease. Got some shit for the public, I'm about to release, but the neighbors keep calling police. Came from the bottom, I'm diving in deep. Came from the bottom, I'm diving in deep.
So, I'm here today with Mcqueen, you know, from the past, you know, and the present and the future. Beyond and the next line. So, I told him, like, oh, I need another episode of Chat Films, you know. I only had like the one episode and I really have been wanting to vent about Loki. Very hard to find someone who's into movies like that, you know, who actually watches movies to watch them and to like hear what the artist and see what the artist has to purvey, see the artist's ideology, you know, indulge in the artist's perception on life. I feel like that's what art is more about. I heard a quote saying, isn't art less of what you put into it and more of what people get out of it? You know what I'm saying? For example, Mr. Robot. Sam Ishmael. That nigga's an OG. You know Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot, that's a work of art. Nigga's a genius. Genius. Oh. And he got like the best character for it, like Rami Malek. I don't see anybody playing the part aside from Rami Malek. Got the perfect nigga for the perfect job, divine providence, divine timing. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, I watched Loki, guys. You know, and I was like, and like, according a shy part, something is wrong. Something's wrong. No ways, bro. No ways. No way. So it all starts off with our protagonist, Loki himself. You know, he goes back. The timeline goes back into the past, where the Avengers went to go to get like Infinity Stones and everything. When they get to the past, they acquire the Infinity Stone, but there's a mishap of some sort, chaos, and the Hulk bulges through and blah blah blah. You guys know it. If you know Avengers, you know what happened. You know, so Loki then obtains the Tesseract and he goes to another reality, another timeline. That's what the Tesseract is about. You know. It's an Infinity Stone that has the ability to bend space, basically. So the TVA, Time Variance Association or something. What does it stand for again?
I think it's agency there.
Time Variance Agency, something like that. TVA. So yeah, something like that. So at the TVA, they detect that Loki is where he's not supposed to be. Of which, you know how I feel about this, bro. Like, everything happens for a reason. How is something that is happening that is not supposed to happen? Kanjani. You know, if it happens for a reason, then how are they mistakes? But fairly, apparently these mistakes in time are called variants, variations. For the sake of sanity, I'll just comply with the MCU's laws of physics, because their time travel is even different. You cannot travel to a past in your own timeline, because that would mean if you change the past, then you wouldn't have went to the past. If you change the past, yes, it means that in the future you don't exist, and you weren't going to be able to travel back in the past if it didn't happen in the first place. They say when you travel back in time, you travel back to a parallel timeline. This parallel timeline is similar to yours in almost every way possible. There'll only be like different variations. So he goes to the TVA and they bamba him because hey, he's a variant, blah blah blah. So they were supposed to prune him, if I'm not mistaken. They show him his life. He had not lived those moments yet because they captured him. Basically, they captured the Loki in Avengers, the first Avengers, basically. So he doesn't know about like Thor, Ragnarok, and Dark World, and all those things. Doesn't know that he gets his mother killed and whatnot. So they show him all of this, that he gets his mother killed and all of this thing. Sharp. So there's a variant that's loose, right? So this guy Mobius thinks it's a good idea to like get this man to chase after this variant, because I think he knew that Loki's a variant also. Like they're chasing a variant which is a Loki.
Funny. Variant we're hunting is you.
So he knew really clever. It takes a clever to find a clever. I won't lie, that this is one of like the best Marvel series like of all time, to be honest. As much as like it disgusted me, like what happens when I think I'm gonna talk about. Everything else though, they played that man's character like perfectly, girl. Like character development.
And you know what's crazy now? I was thinking about this, like, you see how he says, me, I'm destined for greatness and all that, and he says he's burdened with like, what did he say? I'm burdened with glorious
Purpose.
Glorious purpose. So Kumbula, when they showed him his life, when he killed his mom and got his mom killed and all that and so in that moment he was given a choice, right? And I love how you like think about like free will and like having like choice and all that and so he had the choice. Am I gonna be living this reality, or should I now, or I want to live like something different from that and then at the end, right? At the end, Toluti, he sits on that throne, right? So, and with all those those timelines strings and so he chose to protect which ones?
The ones he values the most.
And so it was a thing of he had the choice of how are you gonna live and how are you gonna live, and life comes from life. And so you can't, I think you also say that like you can't get something from that is not alive and put it into something that needs life or expect to have life from that. And so and then kind of tree of life. And what happened when like all those timelines started becoming gang?
What happened? It looked brighter.
Nah, like when they would show on the TV screen, when they show there's a lot of like timelines coming out now.
It was like an alert,
like branching out.
Yeah,
they prune it.
Oh yeah.
So in terms of like character development, dog, any tree for it to grow, you need to prune. So that for me as an artist, like shit. And so when you ask me like, that tree, dog, like symbolism, boy, in that movie, especially like the color green, like green is all about growth. And very like singashuti time stone in but Loki is one chain that grew like umchita bega hamba moasha, but now obviously he had his own purposes, but then it's like glorious purpose.
I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose.
When you see odds speaking without speaking, dog, there's a certain, obviously in a language now, for you to understand someone else's language, you need to understand Ututin, or for you to understand Ututin, you need to understand the language. So artist to artist, like shit, young toy. So I think even on like I don't know ngabanye abantu, but I feel like when you do go through like hardships, or when you do go through like Pilla, Loki's adopted, guys, number one, and I feel like Loki didn't receive like that love, so and then
Tough love hit him different.
so
Growing up with tough love, hits different when you're adopted, because now it feels like, you're just getting it because you're just not part of the family. I mean, these things are psychological here, so yeah. Yeah, so okay, sharp. They found a female variant of him. So this female variant, Danky, I even forgot her name. Yeah. Oh, and you see, long time. She grossed me out. Like, so they find her, but at the beginning, I won't lie. I kind of, I felt her. We're like, okay. Umuntu grand. So she's a runaway, basically, if I'm not mistaken. She was abused. Like, the way being a call, I even forgot. She was like abused or something like that. Her life was rough, basically. Yeah, and she had every reason to like blame God for like her misfortunes. And Loki, basically, you know how these things are, protagonist, they feeling each other's vibe.
would you say that's like a form of self-love?
You see, and there was a line in the thing in the series where someone was like, like he basically said, you're so narcissistic that you fall in love with yourself. Like,
Dorian Gray.
Dorian Gray. So I don't know, it does border on narcissism, but I believe in self-love, guys. Because like every like the way you treat others is based on like the way you treat yourself. If you don't love yourself that much, how do you expect to love others? The egg theory. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So okay, very they basically like had a situationship. Long story short, the TVA still wanted to prove them, so they ended up wanting to basically kill off like the heads of the TVA, the big bosses. So this became like their goal.
You were in the timekeeper's chambers. They weren't real.
So in their pursuit of this goal, they ended up proving themselves and stuff, and ending up at the end of time. The end of time. If you just say it,
we have a question. Remember when Doctor Strange and them were fighting Matsuban? That purple dude.
Thor.
Nah, not
I mean,
Thor.
Thanos. Thanos, sure.
So this man, Doctor Strange, is like, he sees all the possibilities, and he's like, nah, this is the only way.
Okay.
And when Thanos that's when like almost half of like human civilization like disappeared. And remember when I was saying when like branches are branching out, like too much realities are happening now, they prove
an infinite amount of use is crazy. So when it's like that, giving the Doctor Strange thing, he did see like everything. The question is like, how far did he see? How much does that man know? So they get to the end of time, and when they get to the end of time like that, it's a thing of now, ding, they meet he who remains.
I know it all, and I've seen it all. Every step you took to get here, Lamentus the Void, I paved the road. You just walked down it.
Hi guys, if I must face issues and everything, when quality, but yeah.
I win.
This is much better than your phone. That Chinese boy.
I feel.
Shout that Chinese.
Oh, okay, they go to the end of time and they see who? He who remains. Oof. Oh, that nigga's basically like my favorite, like, fictional. Is it fictional or non-fictional? If you're a fake character. He's like one of my top 5 favorite characters, bro. Ain't no way, dog. He who remains, bro. He's got like a lot of other variants. It's like so many. Technically, there's an infinite amount of he who remains. That's why he says he's immortal and he knows, like, I ain't never dying, nigga. You know, I just wanna see what's going on. You know, it's like a movie.
It's here for a long time.
His life is a movie. He didn't even know. Yeah, but yeah, guys. So they get to the end of time. They find God. Yeah, that nigga's God, bro. He's God. He knows what's gonna happen before it happens. He makes it so. Oof. Oof. Menelin, brother. One of the most powerful Marvel characters like ever thought. I won't lie, that made me like tear up, I won't lie, bro. Damn. Oof. That's powerful. It's powerful. Alright, we get there. Guess who has a problem? The Menelin brother God.
Hey. That was a Hollywood dog.
Loma Hosha Loya. Loma Hosha. Hey. Oh.
Sylvia.
Her name is what? Sylvia.
Sylvia.
So, you even reminded me her name. Hey, yes. I'm low. Like, I was even young, dog, and like the way she was looking at him, dog, like, because she would have been perfectly fine with it if the nigga was like way more light skinned and yeah. So he was gonna be fine. She was gonna be fine with it, and understand that. I mean, everybody was fine with Loki being God, right? Everybody was fine with Loki being God. So, like, what the fuck? Nah, God can't be black. Gotta kill that nigga. Like, what the fuck? Personally, I'm bambanga.
So that's why Wuti, you wanna vent, bro.
I wanna vent. But there ain't no way. Ain't no way. That's all. That's why I made this thing a segment. There's too much to talk about. It's too much. In season 2, when they go back in time to basically create him, I guess, and give him the TVA handbook, there were, some jabs there, and some low-key jabs, dog. With the, like, as if he's the evil guy, bro. I don't like that. Yeah, man, guys, Loki, as a whole, damn, that series is, it's a work of art.
Yo, and like the whole of Marvel and shit, like, yo, dog. Because see, when you do research, and so like when you do research about time and all that, like, you get to understand, like, yo, this is happening, dog. Like the whole Marvel, dog, their studio and fit, they deal with like a lot of, like, the stuff has depth and shit.
Yeah, and it's mostly science based. A lot of people don't know. They just say I'm powered up, but all those powers they relate to the laws of the universe that scientists have been theorizing about. String theory, these type of things. That's why those things are swirls in Rick and Morty. Yeah, guys, I didn't mention about Rensley and stuff because this character development is so boring and but the way they portrayed Loki's character development, it was sick. It was off the chart. It was wonderful. I never in my life would have thought I'd like Loki. That means, I'm not hating on okay, Loki itself. Like, I loved everything, bro. Like, everything was dope. You know, the AI clock was a little stretching, but it was dope. It was dope. It was dope. The only thing is, and that guy, I feel like his acting is like a little cringe. The Chabinyana guy.
Oh, fan of OP.
I think, the OP's fan, yeah. That guy's acting, yeah. But everything else is nice. It's beautiful. It's bro. The chick, the Sylvie chick, yeah, she's the one who bored my living lights out and was like, you damn. But yeah, guys, this is Chat Films. I was here with Bangalani, you know, Dr. Soul here, graphic designer. Give them my handle, Jayama.
I'm an artist before graphic designer.
An artist before graphic design.
I am taught. Instagram, Dr. Soul. But you can just say Mbongeleni Pocha. Only one there, I believe. Facebook, Mbongeleni Pocha. Twitter, not on Twitter as much, but Twitter 99. It is like this. Mbongeleni, not Mbongeni.
Not Mbongeni. I feel
Mara. Yeah, no, it's fine.
I feel it, guys. I apologize still, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna release a Gojo episode after this. I'll basically be reviewing Gojo's powers and like why that makes him a god. You know, he's like one of the gods of anime. That manga, like Just like in Jaya, Mnyamkava mas. But fair, guys.
That never been a dope outro.
In.
Some good show.
See, shy.
Oh.